Peter Franklin is the Gabby Cabby in New York City. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, morning. Welcome to summertime in New York City.
Well, it is the most amazing time, right? Because it's just so I don't care. Wintertime, it's cold and bitter in the city, and even when the snow falls, once it falls, it gets dirty. But summertime, springtime, it's the time in New York. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely, lovely. Everybody gets in a better mood too.
Listen, the guy, the Mexican drug kingpin, that Guzman, that was brought to New York City after the escape and all that. Word is, Peter, that we are treating him very poorly.
Yeah, I'm very upset about it.
I am. I couldn't sleep last night.
I tossed and turned at night. Here's a guy who's responsible for a gazillion murders, selling drugs to everybody and even people on the moon, I guess. And his lawyers are complaining that he's uncomfortable in jail. That's the purpose, I think, to be uncomfortable in jail. It's not supposed to be party time. So they're filing all kinds of writs, whatever those are, and they're complaining to the federal district court and on. I don't know. Give me a break. You can understand him doing whatever he has to do, but his lawyers ought to grow up. It's just, the federal courthouse in Brooklyn, the federal courthouse in Manhattan, they're not nice places.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the courtrooms, but I'm talking about the jails that are associated with
Peter,
them. If they can't do the time, don't do the crime.
I got to tell you, they're saying he's spending 23 hours a day in his cell. That's just terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. My heart bleeds for him.
Yeah, I am feeling awful. Yesterday was, I believe yesterday was Holocaust Remembrance Day. And there's a story out involving a school. Is it a Long Island school that visited?
Yeah, it's a Long Island school, and what they did is they brought a whole bunch of kids, and they are kids, they're children. Their connection to anything to do with the Holocaust or what happened during World War II is quite some distance. It's history. So anyway, they line up these kids, they stick them on school buses, and they take them to some, I guess the guy was a Nazi guard at some time, probably guilty of all kinds of horrible stuff. I don't know how come he's in the United States. He's 92 years old. And most people here, the reaction was completely different than what I thought it would have been. I would have thought that most people would have said, good, picket his house, make his life miserable. He never served time. No, that's not what I'm hearing. Most people are pretty upset about it, thinking that the kids, the children, were used as a tool when they don't know that is showing them some kind of a good lesson or something. So it was an interesting surprise for me to see it turned out that way.
Other story that's out. Airlines are in the news right now. JetBlue in the news now because of this hotel by the minute thing. What the heck is going on?
Yeah, you just say a hotel by the minute and you start to laugh. It's a connection to the corporate body of this whole thing. I shouldn't have used the word body. And I guess their intention is when you have a layover, I guess that was a bad phraseology too, the fact of the matter is that a lot of people are laughing about it because you know what that conjures up in a minute, I'd like to have a room at JetBlue for about 8 minutes, please. So I don't know. They'll probably pull it off their advertising. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll be advertising on your station, I hope.
They might be, yeah. Let's make some money. Fox News host Bill O'Reilly, I'd love your take on this.
Well, what takes so long to complain? I think any lady who gets bothered by somebody ought to report the person instantly, or at the very least smack them in the head, not come back years later trying to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm suspicious of most of these babes on Fox anyway who use sex, maybe not the actual sex, but the whole undercurrent of it, to get jobs and mess around with these people. And then when it bites them, they go looking for money. I'm not happy with them. I
do have to say that, and we've talked to one who couldn't really say anything, but based on what I kind of know, I think that a lot of times what happens is women tend to, sometimes they suck it up and they're like, deal with it because they know if they don't, they're going to lose their job. And when they do lose their job, that's when this becomes an issue. And I think in this one case, and also he settled, right? He settled cases as well. Some $13 million with 5 women. So I don't know. Either way, you know what? The minute the sponsors start dropping, that's when all hell breaks loose, and that's when Fox let them go.
Well, let me ask you this question, and America is waiting for the answer. Did Bill O'Reilly ever hit on you?
No, he is not.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen.
It's official. It is official.
Exclusive.
Yeah. And then one more I wanted to try. I didn't know where you were going with that, but one more. Did you see former Mayor Bloomberg on 60 Minutes the other night?
No, I didn't.
He was on and talking about New York and talking about why he didn't run for president. You know, he's like the 8th wealthiest man in the world. He's quite an operation there in New York City.
Yeah, he is, and I mean, he's pretty well highly regarded. Some people think he's too liberal and left wing and all of that, but no, he has a very good reputation. As did Trump. Also, everybody seems to forget. I mean, he was a showbiz guy in a way, but the fact of the matter is, until he got involved in politics, he was very popular.
Now, your current mayor, Bill de Blasio, is back in the news, looking to raise and celebrate the fact that he's raising the price, the minimum price on a pack of cigarettes. Currently, it's $10.50. It will cost you, if he has his way, $13 minimum. That would be the highest price, base price for cigarettes in the nation. What are your thoughts?
Well, he thinks that's going to stop down on smoking. And no, it isn't. As a matter of fact, if you listen very carefully, you can hear the drug smugglers, well, not the drug smugglers, the cigarette smugglers,
yeah.
Or they probably do both, dancing in the streets in North Carolina and South Carolina. All it's going to do is give a boost to more illegal cigarettes in the city. There probably isn't a place in the city you can't buy illegal cigarettes. And what I'm talking about, not taxed, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to work for anything.
Peter Franklin gives the best tour in New York City.
Well, thank you for
places
that.
you never even knew existed in New York. It's Gabby.com. Peter, thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
You win. Bye.
All right. Peter Franklin.